All right. How you guys doing? I hope all is well. We are back at the messy sweet spot, and boy, we have something to uncover. Now, I must let you guys know the phone lines are open, so I would love for you guys to engage in our conversation about getting justice for Christopher. You guys know we need prayers right now. We need prayers right now that God will lay hands on him and lift him up out of this. They said he's still in the hospital. I'm assuming the last time I heard he was still in the hospital. Mind gone. His mind is gone. It's not functioning. His organs is falling and everything. And it's all because a group of his friends, a group of white friends, he was the only black kid, was they were his co-workers. He had a promising career. He was going to be a doctor. He got his master's. He did everything right. He doesn't have no, past records, anything. I mean, even if he did have a past record, it's still not right to take somebody's life. However, he was with his co-workers and they told him to come to the lake and they pushed him off the lake. They pushed him off the lake. After they pushed him off the lake, the boys, they took their thing out and start urinating in the lake, which he was in. And this lake was real muddy. Nobody would want to go in that lake. They waited 10 to 20 minutes, I hear, okay? And I guess somebody saw something that seemed awkward, so they went over there, and another person, not the friend in the group, and it was a group of them, one person outside the group decided to jump in and try to save him. And during that time, his heart has already stopped beating and his brain was not functioning. So they drove him to the emergency room. And he is the worst patient they have there. They said that out of everybody that's in that hospital, he looks like he's gonna end soon. He's not functioning at all. They said it was a time where 2 days it looked like he was going to do better, but then something happened and it looks like it's not doing good. So they are saying it don't look like he's going to make it, but they still have hope. They still have him on that machine, hoping that something will break. They talked to the group of the white people that was his friends. And why ain't they talking on the TV, huh? Because they know they wrong. Y'all know some bull crap. So first they said he jumped in face forward in the water. He did it himself. Then they lied and then they said that one of the girls pushed. The girl said she pushed him, okay, into the water as a joke. But we still have not seen the face of this woman. We have no information about this girl, and people are just not buying it and they're not here for it. And we want justice. The mom came out and says, why haven't she got arrested? Why hasn't there been justice? And hold on, y'all, because why?
To start your show now, press 1.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
The Blog Talk radio thing not working. Why can't I see it? Let me just shut it all down and just try it again, because I really need you guys to call in. I put the link up, so feel free. Is the link up? Do you guys see the link in the chat? So you got, oh no, the link is not even up. Hold on, because I'm doing this all crazy, because I need y'all to come up here on this live. I want to hear what you guys got to say. I talked about the story yesterday, and I do want to react to some of the comments that some of you guys left on this story. We had over 200 comments on the story, so I thought I'd bring it back to get more talking points, because I felt like all of you guys did not get a chance to call in, and we didn't hear what you guys have to say. And I want to know what y'all got to say about this. It's very important for Black voices and voices all over the world to speak out about this injustice that's going on, because if you guys do not speak out, your voice is your power. You whatever comes out your mouth, it is energy. It is power, okay? And we need voices to speak out on this. And if you don't, hell, more of these bodies going to end up missing. and nobody's going to get arrested for it because they're going to all make an excuse. Hey, we was just playing around. We was just horsing around, with the black person. Okay. Hell, this is a dangerous year. It's a political year. It's a year of division. It's a year of exposure. So we need to expose these folks for what they are. And they're hiding, and the system is protecting them. They have protection. That's why we don't see this white girl face out here. That's why we haven't had a name, because the system is protecting them. Okay, they don't want that bad reputation on their name and another racial stuff. This happens in Louisiana. Hold on, why can't I get this something up? Force quit. I'm forcing quit this application, and I'm going to bring it back quick. Yeah, I need to quit Opera. Now let's bring Opera back and get it right, because I would not be denied. Rainbow said Candace Owens is not going to report on this. Of course, because it's not a part of her talking points. She has an agenda, like everybody else have an agenda, and her agenda is not to get, get all black people that's been violated or victims to, to speak up for them. That I don't even know, why would you even bring her up, So I'm trying to do this blog talk thing. That's why you see I'm a little distracted. I'm calling into Blog Talk Radio so I can open the phone lines. How you guys doing tonight? We just had a good live. If you missed it after the show, you can watch it, but you can't watch it right now because we on this one. All right. So I'm logging into it. Damn. Don't you hate when you log into something and then they tell you got the wrong password? I'm like, well, God, what is the damn password? Shit. I can't. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to the studio. Okay, continue. I want to direct connect. I want to try it again, see if that works. Oh my goodness. So I'm looking in the comment section. I do want to play again the mom speaking. I'm going to play this part.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
These so-called friends. And people are saying
he's still the sickest patient.
And he drowned.
Going through hard times right now. Please, y'all, I ask y'all to like this video. I give you guys an option. You guys can come up here and call and talk. So these are some of the pictures from Christopher. You see how his eyes looking straight. Okay, he is not there. Okay, so they're saying, and Drip says that Christopher mother Yolanda said he is off life support and he is recovering. That is good news. That is good news. Okay, so Drip, I really need you to call in and tell us everything on the updates, because Drip, you sound like you got the updates. So Drip, tell me this. Did they charge that girl that did it? Drip, that white girl and the whole friends that pushed them over the lake, have they charged them yet? Do we have a name on that, Drip? Okay, that's what we want to know. And I want to know, the white friends that push them on the lake, why didn't they talk to the news? The mom talked to the news. You would think they want to talk to the news and say, oh my God, I was there. We were just playing around. I made a mistake and pushed him, and that's what happened, but I love him so much. Why ain't the white friends showing their face? Why ain't they coming forward telling what happened at the scene and telling their testimony and being there with his mom? Why ain't the white friends surrounding his mom with love and care and being there for support? The reason why they're not going to do it because they're guilty. They are guilty. Anybody with common sense, if that was your friend and you did some shit like that, you'll feel guilty. You'll want to be around the mom and all the support, or do whatever you can to figure it out. Hell, once your friend got in that water, after 31 minutes and he ain't come up, you're going to call the cops or call police or scream for help. Somebody help, or try to jump in that water and try to save him or do something. But they did nothing. They waited all that time. Justice need to be served. And thank God that God has his hand around that boy and he is recovering. And, it's sad because he's not going to, do you think he's going to be the same way that he was before? Press 1 if you think that he's going to recover and he's going to be the same guy that he was before. Press 5 if you feel like it's highly likely. His world, as he know it, has definitely changed. All that doctor's degree and all that stuff is out the window because his brain ain't going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a totally different. You know, we don't even know if he's going to be able to function right or nothing. And it's just sad. It's really sad that this is what we live in today and to time. And I'm sure they probably wanted to finish him. You know, is he going to have memory loss? Is he going to be able to remember everything? Or is he not going to know who his mama is? He's going to be able to speak right. I mean, it's so many things. They definitely have damaged this man's life. But this is what they were talking about yesterday. And I'm
in their unit.
The Louisiana Christopher Gilbert is in the hospital on life support.
He's still in a very critical condition. He's still the sickest patient in their unit.
The Louisiana Tech University.
Now, this was the other day. Now, Drip in the comment section, she says that he's out of the hospital and he's recovering. Drip, can you please call in and tell us more that you know, Drip?
Was hanging out with coworkers at a lakefront restaurant in Farmerville when things took a turn for the worse.
It's just been a nightmare not knowing day to day what to expect, you know, from his condition.
Back on April 14th, a never-ending nightmare began for the Gilbert family. While Chris was spending time with coworkers, he was allegedly pushed into the lake by someone he knew.
We want the person who has admitted to pushing Chris into the lake. We want her arrested.
The family.
You heard it. We want her arrested. Do they still want her arrested? Do you guys want her arrested? Press 4 if you want her arrested. Press 8 if you don't want her arrested. Okay, and please like this video. Y'all know we need them likes. We need that support, okay? You know the world does not want us to get justice for a black man. The world does not want us to get justice for a black man. The world does not want us to get justice for a black man, y'all. So come on. That's not what the world want to hear. So we're going to have to do an extra push to extra likes to get the likes up.
Attorney says the group of Chris's friends initially reported to police he had fallen into the lake. During investigation, one of his friends admitted to pushing him into the
Doing an investigation. So they investigated, and you know what that means. They terrorized. They asked every person the same question, and then somebody made a mistake and slipped up and said, well, I pushed them, okay? It's a group of friends. They are hiding. They are hiding the truth. They are liars, okay? They are liars. You don't supposed to lie, okay? I think they all should go to jail. To be honest with you, do I just want the woman arrested? Hell no. If it's up to me, I want all of them arrested. Damn, you damn right. I want all of them arrested. All the friends that was there on that lake that stood by and allowed whoever to push them over the lake and stood there, I want their ass all to go down. Yes, I do. What do y'all think about it? Am I too harsh about this? Press 7 if I'm too harsh. Press 10 if I'm right on damn time. Yes, I do. I want all their faces out here on the news, and I want this to be an example. You do not do this. You do not push anybody in the lake, and you do not stand by. No matter what color your ass is, you do not do that. You have to do what is right. This is just lying. This is just diabolical. This is just evil. This is a work of Satan kids out here in these streets to sit by and allow a life to go lifeless. All because you don't like his black skin. All because you don't like a black man being smart and educated and having a future in life. All because you're jealous and you can't stand it and you're so sick at your stomach. Oh my goodness, girl, I need y'all to call in. I can't be the only one out here in these streets now. Calling from 619, you're live on the air. Tell me how you feel about this case.
Hey, girl.
Hey, baby.
Well, I feel that, I don't know if you've ever watched The Real before, but Jenny Mai used to be on that show.
Oh, okay,
And,
sweetheart. We on another live right now talking about the case. But you know what? I might continue to talk about that Jenny Mai tomorrow. Do you want me to stay on Jenny Mai tomorrow? So you can call in and tell us.
Yes, I need to tear her up.
Okay, girl. Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a round 2 tomorrow, Jenny Mai, just for you. So you gonna need to call in and really give it to me. All right, I'm gonna let you go. So yeah, we on another live. So call in. Okay, I thought we had a call in about this because you know I love to talk to my people. You know I love to talk to my people, baby. Okay, ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it when I can fellowship with my people on the internet, y'all.
I was devastated. I was hopeless.
Christopher's family says he doesn't know how to swim, and during the incident, he was underwater for more than 10 minutes, leaving him with significant brain damage.
Damn.
We've been asked by Mr. Gilbert and his family to come and investigate what exactly happened.
The family's attorneys held a news conference in Ruston Tuesday afternoon, demanding justice and answers.
We have not received the full participation of law enforcement and other investigators, but we will use every resource.
Time out. Why haven't they had the full support of law enforcement? That don't sound right. A black man is taken out of here and drowned, and you don't have the full support. You know what that tells me? One of them white kids, no, they ain't kids, they grown. Get it right, Gigi. Don't paint them white people as some victims, Gigi. They ain't no damn kids. They all above 23, 24 years old. These are grown adults. These are the devil kids, if anything. Okay, I believe that one of them adults, one of them white friends of his, work with the police, honey. Somebody knows somebody, and they are protected. They are being protected, girl. Girl, they are being protected. They are being protected. Do you hear me? One of them people know somebody in the higher ups. They are being protected. And we need to look into this shit because this is horrible. We tired of these police and the governments protecting these diabolical kids they got and these grown adults they got out here doing horrible stuff. Y'all need to call in. Come on now.
At our disposal.
More than 2 weeks have passed since the near-death experience, but tonight the aspiring doctor is still in critical condition.
Justice is accountability for who did this to my child, who's ever responsible.
Now, somebody said black first. She don't understand why black folks feel comfortable being in the only one in the group setting. I leave it to too many of them straight up. Well, you know what? I say, everybody got different experience. Some of y'all have more experience and y'all know more than other black people. All black people are not the same. Hell, would I be in a group with all white people? Yeah. I will be in a group of all white people because, I'm one of the ones I try not to see color or, you know what I'm saying? If a person respect me and love me or whatever, despite their color and nationality, I'm still cool, but if I sense that you're trying to be funny or something like that, then I move away. But I don't know. Did he sense that they were being funny? Was they being funny sometimes and he just got to pay the times that they did not really like his black butt? I'm not sure. Because black people in a group setting would take your ass out of here too. Shit. Because we saw what happened to Shanquella over there in Mexico. All them black people took her ass out. Do y'all remember Shanquella case? And y'all thought Dejanay was a man with a wig on, honey. And then let's not forget about Mahogany Jackson, girl. She got taken out by a group of shit. I mean, despite your color, if you around wicked people, they're wicked people. You know what I'm saying? That's just my philosophy. But if you believe differently, feel free to call in and tell us why, honey. I'll listen. But let's continue on.
For my child, and I mean everybody that's responsible, I want accountability.
In Shreveport, Jasmine Franklin, KSLA News 12.
Report.
Ooh, call in, y'all. And it's sad that this is only getting this report. Ain't nobody talking about it. Everybody talking about that goddamn Met Gala. Ain't this more important than the Met Gala? But y'all priorities. Y'all say y'all hate Hollywood, but y'all steady talking about Hollywood. So let's continue here. Feel free to call in. I got this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look in the comments section and I'm going to react to what people were saying about this case yesterday in the comments. Someone says, hell no. And I should put it up here so y'all can see. Now, usually I do not read on this thing, but I'm going to do it this time because I feel like this conversation is important and it needs to be had because ain't nobody having it. Hell no. They weren't playing around. I don't believe they were playing around either. Press 1 if y'all feel like they were playing around. Press 2 if you feel like they was not. No, they meant that. They intended that. They wanted to take him out of here. I don't know if he knew too much information. He was too smart, but he knew something they didn't want him to know. So they had to take him out of here. He saw something he ain't supposed to see. They had to take him out of here. If they were playing, they would have jumped into the water and tried to save him. They saw him struggling. You sure right, Star Lady. Honey, if they were playing, wouldn't they jump their white butt in that water to try to save him because they were just playing around? When you playing around, you don't want to harm nobody. You don't want to hurt nobody. You don't want nobody to die. You going to try to save them. Girl, what's up, Shelly? It's been a minute, baby. You know I miss you. You be busy. Girl, did you hear about this case? What did you think about Christopher and these white folks, girl?
It sounds like that same setup with that little boy. They tried to hide that. You remember the little boy? He went walking with another little white boy, and then a white lady showed up with a car, and then he disappeared.
I forgot about that case.
Yeah, they never did come and say what happened. That was Louisiana too. But they found the little boy in a cornfield.
What he doing in a cornfield?
They buried him up to his neck.
You know what, Shelly? I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to believe it, but I'm starting to think they're going to be doing black rituals. They're going to use, and this country has been doing black rituals where they sacrifice black bodies to get something. I don't know what they're getting or get more power, but honey, they are sacrificing these black bodies. Black bodies has always be the number one on a chopping block for the sacrifice.
Yeah, you can't trust nobody. And she sent that little boy to befriend him. And I called down Sharpton about it and asked him, was they going to go out there and with that case? But he was like, we're going to look into it. That's all I heard. And it's been like about 2 years now. I don't know if that family ever got justice. But what I think is going on here, and everybody got to be cautious. People don't understand, like you said the other night, they are training in the woods. The white supremacists and all these different ones is training in the woods. And they still haven't gotten off, getting rid of us. So people better keep their eyes open, watch your children. Anybody that befriend them, sometimes you could pick it up in your spirit. These people ain't right. Yeah, and you better start going by your...
They go by the number, Shelly. They're groups. I looked into it a while ago. But they're groups all over America. They hide behind buildings. They hide behind churches. They are fellowshipping. They have secret congregations meetings where they're talking about taking back their land and getting rid of all the immigrants, getting rid of all the black folks. Or if they can't get rid of you, they just want to make you submit. They definitely want their privilege and their power back. And they are recruiting by the numbers, girl. They're recruiting, and they also are grooming their kids to have that same mindset as well. And they're doing it so good where they're teaching them how to be manipulative and lie, how to be friend just to get them down in the okie doke. They just not going to be all forthcoming and blunt. They like a snake. They're going to sneak up on you where you don't know. Okay. And they're going to lay up under you like a cool ass snake. And black people, they want to be accepted so bad. And they think it's cool. Yeah. And then they have the cool snake up under them. They're like, well, even if it is a snake, it's a cool snake, and it ain't gonna bite because it's a cool snake. I don't give a damn if it's a cool snake. That snake's still gonna be a snake, okay? And they're gonna get you just like they got this black boy where he didn't realize it, and they snaked that ass. Real.
Yeah, they put it on him, and I just don't understand. I don't know if he was the only speck out there, but he was the only one.
I don't know about the whole land, but we was in it happened in Louisiana in one of them parts.
Oh yeah, I spent time in there, so I know the racism is real. It's still real in the South. Well, what I'm saying is, I don't know how he got with these people or group. I know they said he was very intelligent, and what was he supposed to be, a doctor or something like that, or studying?
Masters. He was inspired to be a doctor. These were his co-workers. I guess he worked at like the restaurant or whatever, and these were his co-workers.
So was it a jealousy thing, or just they really conspired to like take a speck out?
What you think, Shelly? I'm out here with my friend Shelly. Okay. They pushed me in the lake, Shelly. I didn't know I was about to be pushed. They know I can't swim, Shelly. And then afterwards, they start peeing in the lake, girl. Boys start peeing in the lake and saying names. And then they watching me struggle, watching me fight for my life. Okay.
Yeah. Was they on drugs?
They just sitting there, just looking. Okay. Then they were not forthcoming when they got interrogated, girl. Because all the white folks, somebody in their family got them all lawyers and stuff. So they told them, don't go to the police. You can't make a report. You got to be quiet. They have been taught to be quiet and hide themselves. They have good lawyers, and the lawyers are telling them the news articles cannot use any of their names or they will be sued. Now, to me, I feel like the mama. Can the mama come out and tell us who the goddamn friends was? Joycey Mathis was with my son. And Joycey, I want you to come down, baby. Be honest. Let God use you. Be honest, Joycey. It's a sin to lie. Come on out, Joycey. Okay.
How the hell they gonna say nobody can have the names out there? If they did the crime, they need to do the time.
Well,
who the hell said their names there?
The Louisiana police will not cooperate with them, honey. They said the police, the state of Louisiana is being very difficult, and they're not doing anything. It's a fight because they want to protect those white people. Okay. So first, the cops, they're integrating all of them white people, right? And they're like, oh, he fell face forward in the water. He wanted to. Almost like saying he wanted to do this to himself. He wanted to take himself out. That's what they wanted to paint it as. And they said it's alligators in that goddamn lake. So they was hoping for them alligators to eat that ass up. They was feeding the alligators dark meat, girl. Okay. I guess they wanted to watch. Maybe they was doing an experiment. Can a black man really not swim? Because stereotype, black people can't swim. Maybe they'll do this. Can he really not swim because he black or what? Let's see this shit go on. Okay. So after they kept on saying no, he jumped in. They kept on asking, and they said one of the girls cracked and confessed that she did push him in. Now I don't know if it was one of those things where the police, they lie too. They be like, they said that you did it. And maybe she said, well, I did do it. And she started crying and shit. And so that was her confession. Okay. So she confessed pushing him, but then she said it was just playing. They were just playing around. She didn't intentionally mean to take him out of here. But people are saying that's some bullshit. If you ain't intentionally out of here, then why didn't you call for help when he jumped in? And he didn't back up after 1 minute, after 30 seconds. Why didn't y'all jump in? Y'all can swim. Why didn't y'all jump in and try to save him? Y'all stood there pissing in the water and just there for 10 to 20 minutes, girl, waiting for them alligators to chop that ass up like chopped liver.
I don't know what the situation was, but you make a damn good lawyer. you need to go and work for the family, because you sure do get them arguments in there correct, and you point out them points that need to be pointed out. But I'm really sick and tired of all of this. I really am. I just, I know these people say, well, we talk racist half the time, but I try and explain to them, I don't talk racist. What I'm saying is I'm directing it to the people that's doing it. And if they happen to be white, then that's who I'm speaking on. Okay? And these people happen to be white. So for those who keep saying we speak racist on here, we're not speaking racist. We're just speaking the truth. If they all white and they took out a black person, that's what it is.
Well, but it is. I don't know why you're trying to make it like racist is not a thing. It is a big thing. It's where this country come from. So that's ignorant to say that it's not a real thing, and you're trying to come up with this delusion that race is not a thing, that people don't dislike people based on their skin color. People dislike people based on a whole bunch of stuff. That's bull crap. I remember seeing a culture where people dislike redheads just because they was redhead. Child, these are how humans work. It's just in America, it was founded on a lot of people, white people not liking black people. America was founded on division. America was founded on one group being better than the next group. Hell, when we came over here, we was bought and sold, and people still have that mindset, bitch, we ain't nothing but properties. We are not equal humans, okay? We have to fight for our rights to be seen and identified as a damn human. Hell, and when we were identified as a human, we still wasn't treated like a damn human or like an equal, and we still not. And they would never want to have a seat with us at the same table having fairness. Hell no, that's not their upbringing. That's not their tradition. That's not what they're used to. That's not what their ancestors wanted anyway.
Well, I mean, I have people who hear us on here from time to time, and they'll go on other sites and then they'll say, well, they speaking like this over there. And I have to tell them, we're not speaking anything but the truth. If just like what happened with him, he's a black guy, and the ones who did this was white. So we'll speak on it. But we're not saying all people. You got to be mature enough and have more intelligence to know that we're not saying all white people did something. Okay, we're speaking on the ones that have done this. We're speaking on the ones who was raised like this. It's still people out there that are raised to think that blacks is beneath them, or they don't have no value or no worthy, or they use and abuse. And that's just not accurate, because it's a lot of us intelligent black people that you couldn't even come over here and try that with. But I don't know about this guy and his family and friends, but I know if I was part of that family, what would happen. That's all I got to say. I don't know who he has over there that could fight for him, but they probably going to send Ben Crump over there.
Well, they need to because I sure hope they don't finish the job. He needs to be protected, because it was deliberate and they want him out. And I think he knows something, because I'm trying to think, why do they want to take him out? Is it just on jealousies, or he knows something? Usually when people want to take a group of people out, they know something and they don't want it to be leaked out, but it could be other things. But I would have him protected, because it was definitely, I feel in my spirit, it was deliberate. It was intention.
Well, yeah, since the lady, whoever broke and said she pushed him, it's damn sure, it's got to be something. But it'll come out, because this is the 24 is the revelation. Everything gonna come out. All these people that's doing dirt is gonna get found out. But I just say I feel for the mother and her pain, because I saw her on an interview. And
Shelly, can you imagine being a mother of a 26-year-old? And he did right. He got his master's. He was doing the right thing, and get his life snatched away from you like that. Girl, that is so heartbreaking, and it's so damn unfair. And I tell you what, it does have racial undertones. Anytime you have a group of people to lie to the police, if you lie, you know you're not right. You know the right is not in you. To lie and to say that he jumped in their head first. Y'all all said that black boy jumped in their head first. All them white friends said that. Now, if they was honest and pure, they would have told the truth in the beginning. It wouldn't have to take all this goddamn it, questioning after questioning and shit.
Absolutely. You know, I just, you know, we can go over there, we could comfort the family and everything like that, but we want justice. I don't believe in all that, you know.
Every time, Shelly, we got to raise our roof and raise our mouth, because as soon as we don't, they're going to jump on it and gain more power and traction and keep on doing it and doing it and doing it. And then when you want to say something, hell, shit, it's going to be hard because you ain't saying nothing all this time, and they got more power and more influence now, and they can change that narrative and make it whatever they want to. They can spin it and make it whatever they want to. You got to every goddamn time speak up, speak up.
You got to speak up, and you got to. You got to.
So powerful. When you look at the world, how did we get here? From somebody speaking points, from somebody opening their mouth, from somebody manifesting, having a dream or say they can do it. Everything that you see, from the computers, from the cars, it was a human being that voice that I'm going to make this type of product that's going to take us to point A to point B. Your voice, your mind is everything. Your mind, your voice is powerful. Use it. Use it. Use it. That is your weapon.
That's right. I mean, we should all be outraged and screaming and howling, you know. And I forgot, let me say, you know, Shanquilla's sister hit me up because, you know, we haven't been I guess advocating too much for her, but we haven't forgot about her. I told her we still fighting for justice, and we want justice. I have never forgotten about Shanquilla. Okay.
You want to talk about her again, Shelly? Well, you know I will. All you gotta do is tell the sister to come up here too, and let's talk.
Yeah, I was telling her about your channel, but I was just saying no, because they said they having something coming up, another event. And I told them, I said, we ain't forgot. I haven't forgot a thing. Let me tell you, when one of us get done wrong like that, and I don't care if it's by us or someone else, I don't forget. You know, it's just that the wheels of justice is turning real slow, but I don't forget anything. So I told her, no, we still love y'all. We still support y'all. And now we got this story. And, you know, that other young lady got taken out by our people, and it's just going on and on. So people need to start having some get-togethers, because it's obvious that people is just losing their mind. Even our people.
About that, Shelly, when Mahogany Jackson got done by them niggas, wasn't I be like, these niggas ain't crap, these niggas is horrible. So why is it when a group of white people have done something, I can't say these white mother suckers? I got the same energy.
Well, you're right. You know, I can't watch my mouth. You know, I'm watching my mouth now because I really would be going off harder than this. But it would involve cussing. It would involve some things that people don't agree with. But I'm just tired of hearing these stories. And I want more support going on in these states and these cities. I want to see us come out there and say, we're not going to deal with this. These people need to be arrested right now, like they did over here when they arrested those 3 white men that tracked down, what's that guy, Avery. He was jogging and they killed him. Well, guess what? All 3 of them got life. And see, we need to be out there like that. And these people here need to get life. You can't take a life without laying yours down. That's what we need now.
Yeah, but this is Louisiana. You know, every state is created differently. They are all not equally, and they aren't all the same. You're going to do more fight in Louisiana because you already know how that's set up.
And then, I don't know if y'all knew this, but did y'all know that they brought certain parts of Jim Crow law back in Mississippi?
Yeah, I heard they was doing that. What's up, girl?
Hey. Yeah, my sister
I heard they was doing it.
My
Yeah, I
sister
heard
lived in
about it.
Mississippi, and yeah, they brought back the Jim Crow law in Mississippi.
Okay, for those that don't know nothing about the Jim Crow law, can you break it down?
So it's things. So, all right. So, one thing that they put in the law is that they're teaching the kids out there that slavery was a benefit to us. They
What?
Oh, hell
teaching
no.
them that, yes, they teaching them that slavery was not bad, that we learned different skills and trades
Oh
and
God!
discipline. Oh yes,
Rashida,
It was traffic.
yes,
Rashida,
It was
yes.
traffic.
Rashida.
Grooming.
Now, I'm about to go off. Slavery was not no benefit. First of all, I had to tell a Caucasian man this because I heard this out his mouth 2 years ago. And I said, if it was such a benefit, let us put y'all in slavery. Let
Hello.
y'all experience what we went through, and let's see if it's a benefit.
Hello.
Yeah, I
That's the
want
only way
y'all
you're gonna.
to pull it up because my sister and a few of other people there, they was trying to rally it. So the way they got it set up now is not the exact. So they got it, it's like a up-to-date version of Jim Crow laws, if that makes sense. So not just that. I don't know how true it is, but I heard in certain parts of Florida, they're teaching the same exact thing. They're trying to teach people that slavery wasn't bad because of all the backlash that is getting. Like, you got people saying, but it was wrong. But they trying to teach us now that it was a lot of trades that was had behind that. Some people got left property by their masters. So they trying to make it seem like we was well off when it
Well, you
ended.
know what, Rashida? Some people got left off by the masters, but at what cost? At
That's
what
right.
cost? They had to sell their soul, Rashida. They had
Yeah.
to sell their language. This is not their native language. They had to sell their beliefs, okay? They had to sell everything who they were. They were groomed. They were trafficked. They were kidnapped. They was our word. At what choice? What cost? All the babies being taken out of here. Give me
Right.
a
And I
And let
and
me
I
and let
do
me
understand because I see the chat saying that it never went away. I do understand that they changed the
Mhm.
name, but it was just shocking to hear because she sent me. I gotta find this video of them
They do that.
actually
They do
refer
that.
to it as the Jim Crow law. It was just wild to me, and I'm like, why are you still living there? Like, leave.
Well, what needs to happen is they need to get educated. Because first of all, when they came and kidnapped our ancestors, they was doing fine. They didn't need nobody to feed them or put them in a house or anything that treat them less than an animal. They didn't need that. They were over there thriving, and you know how they survived. They did
Yeah.
everything natural. They didn't need
Yep.
nobody to come kidnap them. They didn't teach us anything. What they
And
did was
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I can't cut you off.
no, I was going to say what they did is every low down dirty thing less than an animal to us. And look how many years we had posed the progress and we still dealing with racism. And even when they so-called freed the slaves, they didn't free the slaves. They told them they couldn't have anything and they kept murking them. They was doing all of those things and nobody would do nothing about it. The law wouldn't do nothing if anybody murked a black person for years, over 400 years. And it went on up until now. They would not put a white man in jail for killing a black person. They wouldn't put a white woman in jail. So all
No,
these people saying slavery was a benefit.
they did not identify black folks as human.
They sure didn't.
Soulless. You understand? They saw you as a dog, as a cat, as a damn rat. Is anybody going to go to jail for killing a rat? Is anybody going to go to jail for stepping on a damn roach? That's how they saw you. That was your value, okay?
There was no value to slavery at all. Not for us. Only value was for them.
That's what I got to say.
Okay. So,
When they make
sorry, y'all.
excuse was, oh, well, your black people is the one that sold you. So, work it out on them Africans. Well, I see it like this, just like y'all see with the R. Kelly. Yeah, them parents the one that sold them off, but bitch, you the effing R. Kelly. You the one that did the damn horrible, diabolical. You the one that did Satan's work. You the one that did Satan's work. So yeah, the over there need to be, but you definitely, because you did the do. Go ahead.
This is the scary part, though. You know how it works. When one place adapts to, or they put laws in place, if it start working and it looks good, people follow. So anybody in your chat right now, y'all can go and look it up. It's all over the place. Jim Crow style law, HB, because of course they added another name with it. 1020, because it passed last year, passed by Mississippi House.
If everything was not all the word, how could white people sit around there and pass that law? How could white people think that this is okay? How could
they think
okay with that?
Because they think that we're less than. Another thing that was in that law, and it was on CNN and everything, I'm surprised more people didn't hear about it. So you know how they had it to where you can't just stop somebody because they look suspicious to you, but they got to actually do something, got to be probable cause. Not there. They can stop. If you don't look right to them, they can harass you now.
Well, you know why not, Rashida? Because they didn't put it in the algorithm. The algorithm have it in such a way they push certain things, but if it's not what they want to push, they don't push it in the algorithm.
I think that people forgot about Mississippi. I'm sorry. I think it's not enough people for fighting for them. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but if the algorithm is pushing it away too, this how it works. If you put out a video, they have the choice to allow people to see it or not.
Right. I have a question too. Was that Mississippi? You remember the football player? It was not Tom Brady. He's a ex-football player, but he got caught up in a scandal with the food stamps. They stole like it was millions of dollars worth of stamps from a lot of the people there, and they was using it for something else. What is his name? But that happened in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
sure.
Well,
what happened over there?
That Christopher, I want to swerve back to Christopher. I know y'all talking good, but Christopher is 26 years old. We do have callers. Calling from 619. You're live on the air.
Hey, girl, I'm back.
Hey, talk to me.
Yes, I'm actually calling now about the story about the drowning, and I just feel like it was a setup. They got him out there isolated, and they did what they needed to do.
Yeah. So what I want to know is, why don't we see the faces of the white girl that did it? Why don't we have a name?
I know.
Why aren't the police helping? Why are the police fighting this in Louisiana? Tell me that. They are not cooperating with the family.
Nope. It's that Southern thing. And, right now I live in California, and I'm noticing a lot of racism out here. And, a lot of Black people, they for some reason, they're not seeing it, and every time I look around and I see one Black person in a group of white people, I get really scared. I wonder, like, are we going to see this person on the news later? You know what I mean? Because it's a lot going on right now. And let a Black man try to mess with a white woman. They going back to Emmett Till days these days, and we got to be careful out here. We got to educate our people.
What you mean going back to? I moved out of Georgia in 2016. The month that I left, they found a Black man. What word can I use? He was on a tree. No, rope and tree.
Yeah.
Yes, at a park in Georgia. And then you have to see this tree. They tried to say he did it himself. No way possible.
I promise y'all, that's what they saying. Anytime a Black person been done like that, they're going to say they did it themselves. They're going to say that's a Jesse Smollett. That's what they're saying now.
But then you notice that when we stand up and we protest, right? They try to say like we violent protesters, but I promise you on my life, Gigi, the very first couple of months we lived in Georgia, we downtown. They were at the city hall downtown with their hoods on. And we stopping because me and my husband could not believe what we were
Did
seeing.
you take pictures, girl? You should have took some pictures.
You know what the cops told us?
What?
To keep it moving. They peacefully protesting. They not hurting nobody.
Yeah, they was marching over here. They was marching on the east side when I first moved over here.
Take pictures and put it on the internet. We need to see that.
Well, this happened. This happened when I first moved here too. They were in the voting. When I went to vote, they were standing out there, and I had to walk through them. But you know, I'm a proud black woman. I don't care. I'll tell you in a minute. And one of the white guys handed me a pamphlet and said, "Look at this." Now I knew they was the Klan, but he was like, "Go in there and vote." I forget who was up at that time, but he was telling me to vote for the white man, and I threw the pamphlet right on the ground.
But
so by the time I came, when I came back, some of them did, but it was 3 of them that didn't. That's one that came up and approached me, and he told me to vote for the white man. And when I threw it on the ground, and so 2 black men moved up closer to me, you know, in case they tried something. And I told them, I said, I'm not intimidated. And I went in and did what I had to do. But when I came back out, they was on my car. I said, oh, y'all want to play? And you know what a cocktail is, right, Rashida?
Yep, sure do.
I keep them all the time. All they had to do was show that cocktail. It was over. They was done. You have to explain to her what a cocktail is. But I don't play that.
Right.
I was raised up north, so I'm very strong. I don't play none of that. So if we gotta go toe to toe and I go out, at least I took some of y'all with me. That's the way I live.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Asian non-binary, hello to you too. But yeah, I mean, we have to get to, I'm not talking about us in general. I'm just saying that the black people mentality has to change. When you can't sit there and say, well, this didn't happen to me. You have to get involved for this to change. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of people had got together and they put those people in jail, like I said, that killed that young man out here. They didn't stop. They was at that courthouse every week. And they got justice.
You got to, because once you stop, they're not going to do right.
Nope.
No, you got to stay on their neck.
Mentally enslaved.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
It's just crazy. It's crazy that it's like you hear a lot of people saying, oh boy, why is it always about color? Oh boy, why y'all wasn't slaves? Y'all talking about y'all ancestors. It's not happening now. But yes, it is. It's happening every day, but it doesn't hit until it hit home.
Mm-hmm.
We still
I probably oh, go ahead. Somebody was talking.
Most black people are still mentally enslaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I don't know why.
I don't know. I noticed something. We was having this conversation about it. Here you have a lot of Latinas that identify more with the white race. And in Georgia, you got a lot of black people who identify with the white race. And I say that not everybody. We're not talking about black people as a whole in Georgia, but you have a lot of them who look down on other black people, but will big up the white community as if, you know what I'm saying? I've experienced this, and it's mind blowing. They still have that mentality, like, well, the white man is right. You got to bow down. You are beneath them. You have people still with that mentality.
Because they scared. I went to a job, like I said, I moved here on a job, you know, because I travel and I do work. And when I came here, the white man in the office told me that. I said, well, sir, I'm not from here. And he was like, whether you like it or not, you got to do this, that, and the third. And I said, no, I don't, because I brought my skills here to enhance your company. I said, and I
That's
told
right.
them we have to get this right from here because they requested me to come. So I said, I don't care how this is ran over here. If it ain't right, I'm not doing it. And he was like, well, you have to do this and that. So you know what I did? I let him talk, and I still did whatever I wanted to do.
Right.
You got to do it.
You was the smartest. You're the smartest one. That's why you're there.
Well, to Rashida's point, I definitely feel like a lot of us are groomed to have that mentality. A lot of us, back to tradition, that was the way. I can remember certain situations around elders, and when the white people come into the house or a white person come over, or when we Black people, we in white people presence, we have to change our ways. We have to change how we talk.
It's sad.
Be seen and accepted by white people. We don't want white people to look at us as ignorant, or we can't talk, or we don't know how to behave. So we change up. And you know, I was in a situation. You better start talking right. You see them white posts right there. You don't want them to think this and that of you. You got to
Right.
right. Look right. Stand up straight now. Come on.
100% fact, Gigi. You know why? Because I was getting mad one day. And I was talking to my husband, and I had to stop for a second. And I said, even I, right? I've been in situations where, you know, certain white people, they was being racist towards me, and I watched my tone, and I did not argue with them. And I mean this this is just what I recognized about what I was bringing to the table. I'm like, wait a minute, we so scared of the fact, and I'm gonna say have been so scared of the fact that if they pick up the phone and they call the police, they're not going to want to hear what I have to say. I'm going to be the one to go to jail or to possibly get pow. But in that same instance, had that been a Black woman, I would have dragged her.
Yeah.
No, it's serious, because
I've seen so many of my Black people, you know, they talk one way, but around white people, they talk a whole different way.
Switch up completely.
They don't want you to even, you know, they don't want white people to think they talk a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's why I think back in the day, I don't know if you guys heard about that, the NAACP, they came against a lot of Black TV shows that was depicting like real Black shows, because the NAACP, they always wanted Black excellence to be shown, and they just wanted a certain look. So people won't think less than Black people, because in the history, we Black people, we have to fight to be seen as humans. We have to fight for everything that we have gotten. Nothing was never given to us. They didn't say, okay, you know what? I'm having a good heart, so I want to give you your right to vote. You don't have to fight for it. It's just what's right. Everything that Black people have today, it had fight. Blood and tears was shed to get the little freedom that you got today. Nothing was for you. Nothing.
I ain't like that now, Gigi. I switched up because I said there's no way if I'm gonna give, and not so much change the way I talk, because I'll talk like that. I don't care who's around. I don't care what race you are. But I'm talking about being physical and not intimidating a white person, and then they get scared and want to call the police. But now everybody get the same treatment around the board. And I realized, oh my goodness, I've been trained that when you just don't do certain things around white people. You just don't do it, because that could cost you your life.
That same that we code switching around white people, I guess they doing that same shit to us. But some people say they be extra nice.
They are.
So
yeah.
Well, they use the code.
They use the code.
I don't care what they use. I'm just going to talk to you, and we're going to have an understanding. You don't like it, I keep moving. I'm not going to change, no talking and all that. I'm going to talk the way I talk. I went to school. You taught me English. I tried to go over there and learn Spanish. I tried to learn African, where I came from. I tried to learn everything. But when we talk, you're going to understand me. I'm just going to talk to you. I'm not going to try and talk to you this way, that way. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then keep it moving.
Now,
The
see,
only way I gotta really talk to you is if we work together and we on a project together. And
now
then I'm gonna
see,
talk to you where you understand that.
I like that because I wasn't always like that. I had to first recognize that I was even doing it because I didn't notice that. I didn't notice it until we
I would say
discussed it.
this, Kelly. You're going to have your own black people say, well, see, that's the way your ass got treated. Look how you is talking, Shelly. You don't talk to them white people like that. You talk like you got some
Let
sense.
me
But you
explain
match
something.
energy.
You
Let
don't
me explain something to you.
like that. You don't dress like that around them. You gotta be more
Let me,
presentable. And that's why
GG,
I don't feel sorry for her. Hell, she should know
GG,
how to act right. You gotta learn how to act
GG.
right. Yes.
Gigi, I was in a meeting with 3 white men trying to kick me out that company because I spoke my mind. Do you know it took one white man to walk in there and say, I like her because she real? You have to be yourself because when you yourself, you're going to get what you need to come to you. You cannot be fake, phony, change your language or nothing. Now, I'm not saying cussing. I'm just saying speaking pure English to these people. All 3 of those white men wanted me fired. It took the president to come in there and say, I like her because she real. And she
And I
don't
know the
lie.
black people hated that president. Damn.
Well, guess what? He sent me to another building and then I was running that. So I'm just telling you, you got to be yourself to draw what is for you.
Yeah.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I wish more people were around, had your inspiration.
Right.
Just trying to give a viewpoint how a lot of other people think. But hold on, I want to add one caller, a few callers calling from 301. Are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? Talk to me. What's your thoughts about this KFC?
Okay, just real quick about Christopher. What I thought was interesting is that, you know, they say it takes less than 60 seconds for you to drown, all right? Then for 3 to 4 minutes, you go unconscious. So how could, and then according to the article, he was, the girl said he was underwater for 20 minutes. How is that possible?
Exactly.
Like, how can you be in the water that long and not be deceased?
That sounds about right, KFC.
So my thing about this is when his mother was talking to the news, she said one of his friends called that was there, was crying hysterically and said that he had been in the water about 20 minutes or so. So what was she timing? Just sitting there watching him? She had to be just sitting there
The
watching
reason
him
why they
struggle
said
like
that KFC because they was hoping that he died.
So one of them did. I know another person came in and pulled him out, but I guarantee you the person who pulled
But
him
that
out probably was
wasn't,
black.
that was not the plan. That was not our friends. We thought he was drowning and he died. That's why we told you 20 minutes because we didn't want you to have any hope. And you know, he's gone. It's nothing that we could do.
But still, saying that right there was a red flag when she called his mother and said he was in the water about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, that was a red. That let you know she lied.
By then.
She should have, but why didn't she?
Right, yeah, that's the question. Why come no one decided to call, 911?
And KFC, why is she being protected? Why?
White is always protected.
But why ain't the cops cooperating with the family? The family lawyer said the cops is giving them a hard time. They're not cooperating. The cops are not.
Because they hiding. They protecting them kids. And Gigi, you 100% right.
You gotta stop calling them kids. They in their mid-20s.
Well, to me, they children.
I know.
That's why I say that. But
that is a bad, because when you say kids, it makes them out to be a victims. Kids don't.
Oh no. All right. Well, those MFers.
Rashida, kids don't know any better. Kids are innocent. So we have to use and be careful with the terms that we are using. These are grown adults. They had intention. They had purpose. They had planned.
Okay, well, them MFers.
Okay.
They trying to protect them MFers. And I wholeheartedly agree with you, Gigi, on the fact that everything played out like that because they wanted him to go. That's why they waited so long.
The girl father is a cop. That's why the girl father is a cop.
And he gonna protect all of them.
Is a cop. The girl father is a cop. Thank you, Pretty Sexy.
So I think that it's safe to say that don't be shocked if they all walk.
They not walking.
That's how it's looking because they not even talking about it no more.
They ain't got to be. The background is going to get them. The background woods is going to get them.
I know she's looking at this now. I can tell you that. I'm sure every day they are going around social media seeing who's talking about them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is the age of justice. They're going to get justice. They either going to get it by the street or the court, but they're going to get justice. This family is not going to let him go in vain like that with no answers, and they got all this mess going on about they ain't telling the names. Go out there and tell the names, Ma. We got your back. Say every last one of their names.
For real. This is crazy. Over and over again, we having these conversations.
I know I would be scared. Shit, I'm scary. Shit. Being around with them white people in Louisiana, her father's a cop, and they intentionally took out my son. Shit, and he's still alive. I'm afraid they're gonna try to finish the job or try to finish me. Shot. But I guess if they're gonna finish the job, I might as well put their name out here if they're gonna do me in anyway.
Put every last one of their names out there and hire you some hitters. It's time to rise up and stop it. Get you some hitters.
Yeah,
let them come near the door.
I think the lawyer put the name out. I think the lawyer need to be doing more than he's doing. He's pussyfooting around. I need you to be a tough ass lawyer. I need you to talk to any celebrity. We need to get the word out that justice need to be served in Louisiana. We need an outcry about this right now.
What's his name? Where's Big Mike at? That's his name?
Big Mike.
Big Mike, Dr. Umar, Amanda Seals, shit.
Who's Big Mike?
Is his name Big Mike? His name is Mike from Georgia.
They ain't got no Big Mike around. You talking about Big Mike?
Killer Mike.
Big Mike.
Killer Mike. Well, he big too.
Child, they ain't doing nothing. They sitting over there eating. They don't even get on these topics.
Yeah, they
don't. He used to.
Well, they don't do it no more. They don't talk about. They've been paid off.
Honey, their pockets is fat. Their pockets is fat. They only come out here if it affect them.
Yeah, you're right, because there's so much stuff that goes on. You would hear Big Mike on the news every day talking about incidents, because it's a lot of them.
Yeah,
quiet as hell. All of them. Dr. Mumar, he quiet as hell too.
Right now they doing too much eating. I'm over here and I tell you what they doing. They going to all these restaurants feeding their face. They not even hearing these stories right now.
He got arrested at the award show just a couple of months back, didn't he?
Yeah, but that was some BS. You know what that was about. And that's what I'm saying. After that, he went to eating. All they doing over here is eating.
He is always.
They're not even listening to these stories.
Why you laugh at me when I call him Big Mike?
I didn't know. I thought you was talking about the other Italian Mike that come on here. That's why I was like, Big Mike. You done renamed the man.
Well,
I'm like, what did I miss? You calling him Big Mike? What did I miss?
I want to add another caller. Calling from 386. You're live on the air.
Hey, Gigi.
Talk to me.
Yes,
hey.
I'm calling because I like to voice my opinion about this matter. So, first and foremost, I just feel that, I feel as upset as everyone else that it's just disgusting that this young man was subjected to being pushed in the lake to the point where he suffered brain damage. It's just absolutely disgusting. And honestly, I try to see the best in everyone, including some white people, but for the most part, I just think that, you know, you can't be too friendly with the ones who are being friendly with you because you just never know when they're gonna snap. Another that I also, another thing I also noticed is like they get this little time where they turn red. You know, even when I'm being nice to them and stuff, I see them turning red sometimes, and I just be looking like, well, what's wrong with you? You know, why you burning up? Is your blood boiling? You know, like it's like I've noticed that. You know, I'm intuitive like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not more intuitive than anybody else, but I'm just saying, like I've noticed, I put two and two together. Like it's not like I'm cussing them out when they turn red and stuff like that. You know, I just noticed that is something. And then also, when that thing happened to that young lady recently, what was her name again? Not Robinson, but the lady who got cut up by that white man.
Oh no, I
don't. The one. You know where they found her body, like her remains around and stuff. I'm talking about, like the mama looking for her remains.
Yeah, she talking about the girl they chopped up. The white man that chopped up the young lady.
Yeah,
that's what you talking about.
Yes, I'm talking about that, like that recent thing that just happened, and I noticed that. Well, like they thought it was funny. Because on Nancy Grace show, it's different accounts. Like if you go to the Nancy Grace show where she has like people on the panel, when they're talking about the situation, like some of them are like smiling, and I'm like, what are you smiling about? Some of them are laughing, and I'm like, what's so funny? Like what the hell is funny? You know, it's disgusting. It's ridiculous. Like their levels of hate for us is above and beyond disgusting. I think that they've given us more reasons to hate them than we've given to them.
Right. You absolutely right.
It's inevitable. Yeah, so we gotta watch some people. Like it's one lady at my job now, she be trying to act all buddy with me and this and that. She be trying to act like, oh, you know, if you need anything, let me know and this and that. Like, you know, I don't know if she's being genuine or not. You know, she seems somewhat genuine, but I can't give her too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't give her too much of this and that. Like, she gave me her
Let me
number.
ask you a question though, Colin. Have you ever caught that lady like rolling her eyes at you or anything?
No, I never caught her rolling her eyes, but I have noticed that she seems a little bit like kind of wild. She seems like one of them, you know, she's a redneck. Like where I live at, it's a lot of rednecks out here. I haven't seen her rolling her eyes or anything like that, but I do know
you gotta take a quick look back after you walk away from a double back real quick and see. And you might see her frown, and then you know what you're dealing with. I'm serious.
You know what's better?
Have you ever come up to you in the break room and been like,
this was
why do
better.
black people eat chicken or something like that?
Nah, this is better. If you want, don't look back. I never look back. What I do is I take my little mirror and I'm acting like I'm doing something to my lip gloss, and then I just look.
Okay, Prissy, I hear you. That's a good one.
But what she's saying is true. Have y'all seen that that special they got on Netflix when they roasting what's his name? The football Tom Brady. Okay, so they supposed to be roasting Tom Brady. Please, y'all go watch this. They was roasting us more than they was roasting him. So one of the guys came out, and you could see some of the black people in the audience how their demeanor changed, and they was like, did you really just say that? And they basically was saying that we're taking that over everything, and then they start running it down. It was like,
Rashida.
But they trying to switch it like it's a joke.
Right. Well, let me tell you how they feel, Rashida. They so offended with y'all because y'all don't know y'all place. We never in America had Black people do all this talking out, and y'all just gotten out of hand. It's just ridiculous. And we want to restore our right rules and traditions back, because you guys are just, you want to take over the mermaid. You just want everything that we have. And we're sick and tired of it. And we're tired of these white liberals supporting and protecting you guys. We're ready to throw them in the fire too, because they don't know who they are. If they would stick with their own people, none of this would happen. So we blame them and you. White liberals is protecting and pushing these Black agendas, and it needs to stop. And you, caller, you want to say, well, you know, we do way more stuff to offend you, but just by you trying to sit at our table, it's offensive. Just because you want to, it's offensive. You know,
well, your time is up.
Stop
Your
it.
time is up. Your time is up.
I gotta say something about the K. They're not bad. They are Christians. They just want you to know their place. They have nothing against Black people. But when you don't know your place, and when you're going into areas that has been forbidden about you, then you're going to get what's coming to you. Just
Oh, yeah.
know your place.
Well, you're going to get what's coming to you.
But you know what? You know why you can't learn your place? Because you need discipline. And back in those days, we disciplined you guys really good. You knew your place then. Some of you guys were still outrageous because you still had that animalistic in you, but you need to be civilized. And it's gotten out of hand. It has gotten out of hand. It is time that we have restored. Excuse me?
I got you out of hand swinging. You hear me?
You see the disrespect? Watch your tone when you're talking to me.
I got you swinging.
I'm not afraid of you. Your own people are afraid of you, but I'm not.
Well, I tell you what.
This is my country.
You're a joke, ma'am. You're a joke.
You came over here on the boat yourself. What you talking about? How this your country?
And you stole everything. You ain't earned a thing. You stole it.
You already lived here, shoot.
That's like me coming to your house right now, Gigi, putting the flag down and say, I discovered this house. It's mine now.
You broke in my house, damn it.
All the native people, because you wanted their land. Come on.
You know what? You guys are sounding so anti-America, and it's sick. Like, if
I'm saying that this is our America.
If you want to be anti-America, then you can go back to your countries. Nobody's stopping you. Okay?
See, you mistaken anti-America. What we saying is this is just as much more our land than it is yours. So either treat us equal, or you could go back home.
Fought for this land. Okay, we had to fight against our own people, which is England, and we fought for our rights to be America. We fought. You guys,
y'all fought or we fought?
No, we fought
in the soil all over America. So you can take that and shove it up your white ass, honey.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, we will restore our rightful ways back. Trump will be back on the throne. And when
no, he won't.
Yes, he will.
It is God's
will. It is God's will.
That he gonna croak before he make it back. It's God's will.
Right.
But God is
him and his wig. Him and his wig got to go. His time is up.
And you need to not be lying on God like that.
You know what? I have nothing but smiles on my face because I know what the future holds. And, you know.
You pushing up, baby.
You're going to be on your knees like you were, begging for a seat at the table.
No Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
Let's talk about Diddy. All of your Black leaders are falling. To Bill Cosby, to everybody. They are creeps, okay? They are creeps.
Well, those type need to fall, but we got some new riders.
Say they not my leaders, not them.
No.
Who do you
That's
have?
Trash. That trash.
Are righteous. You have none. And that speaks volumes.
We got some new blood coming, baby, so watch out for it.
Sure.
There's some new blood.
Yeah, but you guys couldn't bring Obama down now, could you?
Oh, girl, Obama is a fraud. He's a homosexual, and
he got 8 years.
He is a homosexual.
And so is your dad.
Okay, and
Trump got 4 years. He got 8.
Michelle, are you talking about Michael? You know, that's really a man in a wig.
That's a bald-faced lie.
Oh, stop it. Stop
They
it.
got vagina shots of her babies coming out her vagina. That's a lie.
Oh, you know what? That is artificial intelligent pictures.
Yeah.
Not artificial intelligence.
Obama and Big Mike.
Her legs was open.
They have done nothing for Black people. And to be honest with you, Trump has done more for you guys than anybody. You should be thankful.
Trump ain't did
The
nothing.
devil is a liar and the truth ain't in him.
You should
That's
be
right. All he did was eat hamburgers and fart everywhere. That's all he done.
If you want another check, you better hush your mouth. Do you want a check?
You can shove that check.
Oh, I'm taking what I want. I ain't waiting on nothing. I learned from you. I'm going to take what I want.
Grab him by the...
I'm going to take it. I ain't waiting for nothing. Those days is over. So what you got to say about that, white man? I'm taking it. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so thankful that we have Trump, because he's going to make it where police cannot be prosecuted.
He's going to croak, honey. He ain't got but
righteous. They are for law and order. And it's sad that you all want a lawless society. When we see on the news, we see majority of your people breaking crimes, running into Gucci stores. Still, you have
They are hired actors. Ain't nobody doing that. They hired them.
Shelly Boo.
That
they hired
somebody just text you in the chat, Shelly Boo.
The other day.
Okay.
The white man sitting at the store trying to play it off while I'm walking by. I seen his ass stealing stuff, putting it in his knapsack.
They stole everything they got, and we coming for it.
Girl, please.
All right, y'all know I'm role playing, and I love to do it. How am I doing?
we
coming for you. We coming for you.
Come for me. You got to do better than that. Come on.
We gonna do you like Kendrick just did Drake.
Okay. Oh, we do have some other callers. Calling from 513. You're live on the air.
Yeah, hi. How can you say all white people if you're not around them? If you have no white friends who hate white people, how can you speak on how white people think and act? White people do not support other white people. They just don't.
Wait, huh? Who said all white people? We
didn't say that.
We cannot have the numbers.
See, the thing is,
saying 513, but no one said all white people. No, not all white people are created equally. We know all white people are not the same or have the same talking points.
Right. We talking about the ones who are negative, and the only time people come up and defend like that is when it hit a nerve. Did we hit a nerve?
Or when the truth hurts.
Did we hit a nerve? Because we talking about negative people, and we talk about negative whether they black, white, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Sound like
in order to win any war, you have to have the numbers, right?
Right.
Isn't it a numbers game?
To some degree.
So, right. So to put everybody in a category, because you can take a educated, rich black person, and they can have more power than a white person who's poor and not well spoken. Well, the 90s put a lot of people together and ended segregation in many ways. When you live amongst other people of different races, you are the same school, listening to the same music, playing ball in the same fields, riding bikes in the same woods, you grow up with a completely different mentality than the segregated South, for example.
Got it. We understand your talking points, but no one on this panel said all white people are the same.
Sure didn't. And at the beginning of my talking, I said that we're not talking to all white people.
No, because your argument is to go into a stance where someone says that all white people are the same. So I cannot entertain the argument because that was never stated.
My argument is against a they, them, us attitude at this stage of the game in 2024. What we need to do is take out the people at the top, whether they're black or white. If they're anti-American, anti-freedom,
Right.
over-regulation, yada, yada, yada. White people, okay, for example, in the city, you've got city schools that's all black, the whites are gone, right? Because nobody to join with. Immigrants are coming here and fighting for the freedom. They come here believing that we all have the same rights that they think they're getting. So they actually fight, right? They don't put up with what we put up with, black or white. We're all getting crapped on. We're all being screwed. If we don't join together, then what?
We're not all getting crapped on the same. We all lives is not equal.
Rashida, I'm gonna let Rashida talk. Well, can you please get this Caucasian girl that pushed this black boy in the lake? Can you call her out and get her arrested? Because that's what we want. Did you hear about that, Christopher? Huh?
I said white people don't have the power to do that. That is a false narrative.
Her father is a cop, and the cops are not working with the family.
Well, cops aren't working with anybody. They're anti-us.
Yes, they are. They working to protect the ones who did it. That's exactly what they doing. They protecting the people that pushed him.
Protecting the white girl.
Well,
like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't understand you.
Tell them to be right.
You coming up here making an argument that nobody ever said, and now you're talking about like making it seem like everybody get it treated fairly. That's some BS. And until you step in my shoes, you can't ever tell me that.
No, nobody's getting treated fairly. That's the point.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Well, who's getting treated fairly? I don't know. Muslims do. The rich, yeah. But anyone else? Nobody's getting treated fairly. Cops are doing white people just as dirty as they're doing immigrants or black people. The ones they're not going after is the ones that don't speak English because that's more work. It's difficult. They're coming after easy targets, blacks and whites who believe in the Constitution. Rules, regulations, and policies they trump the Constitution. So,
are you serious? Sam, I understand you're trying to level yourself with other black people, but it doesn't make sense to us because you don't have the trauma that we have. You don't have the experiences that we have on a daily basis with white people, okay? And as far as
how do you know that? Why do you think you're the
experience have you had? What trauma experiences have you had your entire life for over hundreds of years?
First of all, I want to know when did you ever go through an experience that somebody treated you less than because of the color of your skin? Let's start there.
I was the only white girl on the bus. Okay, I was the only white girl on the bus in grade school, and I stood up front and got called noodlehead by the black kids. Okay, I mean everyone has a certain experience.
Oh, you got called noodlehead.
Got it. So your fight your fight is black people picking on you because of the color of your skin.
No, that's not at all. She asked me a question, I gave her an answer. No, she asked me a question and I gave her an answer. She asked me a question. I wasn't sorry. That's irrelevant to me. First of all,
but was it because of the color of your skin?
Because everyone out here is not so obsessed with skin color.
But name calling is different than being denied services.
But I could understand if I think this is where the whole conversation went wrong. You got up here because, prime example, you haven't been listening to what we have been talking about. You couldn't have been listening to what we was talking about because when the conversation started, the first thing Shelly Boo said was, we're not talking about all white people. So if the shoe fits, the only people that's going to feel offense to it is those who low key know what they fighting with, whatever demons those are, not saying anything. So then I ask you a question of when did you get treated? Just that one thing, because this is one out of many things we get. So when have you was discriminated? So did they discriminate on you because you were white?
Yeah, I don't care. Because when you're out in public, when you see a white person, how do you know if they're on your side or not? How do you decide if they're one of them or not one of them?
Because of the way they come out their mouth. It's the way they treat you, what they say.
Well, KFC, do you have any questions for her? KFC, you have any questions?
I mean,
not every white person.
Okay, caller. No one is anti-white. That's not what we were talking about. I'm saying being called noodlehead, people make fun of people every day. We're talking about specific examples where you were denied services or your right to your skin.
I gotta mute myself. Wait, KFC, you just said to her that people make fun of people every day, and she said exactly as if what was happening to us was just us getting made fun of. Did you just make light of it?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say
people
that.
make fun of
You
people.
said exactly.
That's not racism.
Okay, well,
have you ever been in the store? Hold on, let me ask you something, caller. Have you ever been in the store and they assume that you were shoplifting because of the color of your skin?
Because of the color of my skin?
Right. No. Have you ever been pulled over at night because the officer want to know where you're going just because of the color of your skin? You ain't doing nothing wrong?
Yeah.
Have you been driving while white?
Yes.
You got pulled over?
Did the officer call you a noodlehead?
Yes. Yes. No, white people don't just blindly like police. No, they're
caller,
not.
Caller. When the officer pulled you over, did he call you a noodlehead? What you doing out here late at night?
Yes. Actually.
The officer called you a noodlehead?
Noodlehead. You asked me a question, I answered it. That was 30 years ago.
What kind of noodle does your hair look like?
I turned into Bart Simpson. I don't know, long blonde hair. I was.
Is it curly or wet? I just want to know.
He's lying.
Yes, I've been pulled over by police and guns drawn because we weren't supposed to be there. Yes. I've been pulled over by the police more times than I can count, okay?
But
why is that?
The color of your skin, it was not. It was because you were doing something wrong.
No, because I was in the wrong part of town.
Right, but it had nothing to do with the color of your skin. It had everything to do with you doing wrong. You were doing wrong things, right?
Then what is it? Thing is, the way
what's the noodlehead?
There you go.
Hold on, you said what's the noodlehead?
I know it is. I'm saying go ahead and run with that. That's the point.
I'm not running with it, but I'm saying that's just joking. You've never been called an animal, have you? Have you ever been called an animal? The color of your skin looks like an animal?
Yes. You didn't know.
Well, ma'am. Ma'am, did you get the message though? We said we're not talking about all white people. We're talking about the evil ones who deliberately do things to black people like this young man right here because of the color of his skin. That's what we're talking about. So we didn't mean to offend you. We did not say all white people.
I'm not offended. Look, I'm not offended. I'm not bothered. How can you tell if they're evil or not? That's my question.
Carla, can I say
something? They killing people, ma'am.
Being called a noodlehead. Why are you taking this so personal? If this doesn't apply to you.
30 years to figure out why they called me noodlehead. I didn't know it was like a Bart Simpson.
Maybe your hair look like a noodlehead, but who cares?
No, but that's not, but what's messed up is that she just came up here and she made a comment that nobody made while we taking the fact off the fact. The fact of the matter is we're talking about a black man who just graduated. He had a good thing going for him, and these group of white kids pushed him in the water, and he's
white Satan kids, okay?
White Satan kids, but white nonetheless. So now we gonna not talk about him and the injustice that's being done to him, and talk about the fact that they was calling you noodlehead. That's where we at with it. We talking about what they said to you. It's about you right now.
You can't be productive when you do that. You ask me a question.
No, caller.
No, I wasn't asking you a question. That was rhetorical. I was being funny.
I can give you more examples, but I think it's the way.
No, but caller, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, caller? Did they ever say your noodle head was unacceptable in the workplace? You couldn't wear your noodle head because it was banned in the workplace? And you had to sue in order to wear your noodle head to work? Have you ever gone through that?
I sued the school system. Yes, I did. I have a biracial child, and I sued the school system and won. Okay.
All right.
That's why you fighting so hard.
what?
I have no problem with that. Okay.
Okay, so what do you feel about what they did to this boy? Let's not even, so what? Okay, we all been through stuff, but what we looking at what's happening right now. What do you feel about what these these people, these demon spawn?
The white men and women that pushed this boy off
I'm with
the
you.
lake.
That's the problem. You're the one that's taking the conversation to Noodlehead. That's irrelevant to me. The situation with this kid is happening every day across this country. To Americans, there's a genocide. Whites are killing themselves.
Oh, Gigi, that's one of those, Gigi.
You think he did it?
Gigi, that's one of those. That's one of those. When we started Black Lives Matter, no, all lives matter. Is she one of those?
No, I see it. Okay, I'm around.
Carla, can I ask you a question?
This thing right here, this happens every day in America. It's not isolated to this, and it's not about race.
But that's what we're talking about. That's the topic of this show.
Carla, can I ask you a question?
Sure, absolutely. I'm open. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when they said Noodlehead, did they say beef, shrimp, or chicken?
Ramen.
Roman noodles. Roman noodles. Well, we're not going to deal with no industry plant. So if you came up here as an industry plant, you got to go. We're not going to waste no more time on you.
What you just said is the exact thought process they, the enemy of the people, want you to think. That's
but you are on some BS because we literally have a show and it's topics. So we're speaking about this topic and you're saying, yeah, but it happens everywhere, every day. We're not talking about that right now. Right now, we're talking about him. How do you make it about everybody else? We'll get to everybody else when we get there, but we on him right now.
513.
On my skin right now.
513.
This guy right here, this situation right here.
513.
If you focus on race, that's all.
5-3. Do you think the black man did this to himself?
No, I don't think any of these people out here suiciding.
No, I'm not talking about everybody. You keep moving and deflecting. I'm talking about
exactly.
No, I don't think he did. No,
can you say Christopher?
No.
You don't think he did?
No, I think he was what do you call it? Not a victim, but what do you call it? Like a
How are you not a victim if you almost lost your life?
Oh my goodness. She's probably the girl. Gigi, how you know that's not the girl that pushed him? She trying to deflect and trying to say that the people, the girl that did it.
Who paid that girl? Somebody paid that girl. Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
Pay
her.
You
have some information?
It sounds like you never got over being called a noodlehead. I'm serious.
Okay, KFC, stop.
Wait, they pay her what and for what? What did they pay her for? Now I want to hear what you got to say.
There you go. That's the problem right there.
No. What did they pay her for? What? I want to hear that.
Hold on.
There you go. Run with it.
Now you said they paid the white woman to try to kill the black man.
Somebody did. I'm saying people in power have immunity. We get it to them, black or white, whatever position you're in, whether you're CEO, superintendent, whatever. Okay, this is what I'm saying. We have so many crazy things going on. It's about who are you pissing off? Not about race. It's all together. This is not an isolated event.
If a black man has power, it's because a white man has given it to them, and the white person is still over that black man.
No, not necessarily, because it goes all ways. It's whatever you can do in the moment. There are white people out here doing bad things. There are black, like Diddy. He's a bought and paid.
Yeah, but he's.
And we was talking about him, and you ain't calling here and say nothing about us talking about him.
Rashida, please. But Diddy is controlled by a white man. Diddy got his ways from a white man. Diddy was put up by a white man. He didn't get it from his own. It was given to him by a white man.
There you go. And that same
So
white man,
that
marrying white
that
people, he's
always
exactly what
have
Diddy did.
power. However, we're talking about a black man that almost lost his life, which is way important than Diddy. Do you understand that?
Of course, 100%.
This is
I'm
a
with you. That's my point.
26-year-old black man. Diddy is old, in his 60s, 50s. Ain't nobody concerned about Diddy. We concerned about this young black man in Louisiana, 26 years old, that was pushed off the lake, knowing that he could not swim. His white friends knew this. He was the only one. They pushed him in the lake. They pissed in the lake. They waited 20 minutes or so, and they wanted him to drown and be taken out of here.
I have 2 white friends that were chased into water by police and died.
You see, Gigi, I don't trust her. Gigi.
So do you feel like you are a victim? Are you a victim?
Honestly, I feel like everyone in America right now is a victim of these people in power, black or white.
Okay,
that's the problem.
You feel like
I don't trust her.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
All America are victims.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna let you go. Okay, Rashida, because I could not hold you. Go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
She a plant.
She did that. It was the exact thing. Black Lives Matter. No, all lives matter. How are we talking about one single person and you make it like, just like you said, you just broke it down to her. He got pushed in the water. Oh, well, my 2 white friends, as if so what had happened to him.
She was
She
a
knows
plant.
something.
Yes,
Right.
It's like they want to be victims so bad, just as much as black people are. And they're trying to say, well, we're victims too. We're hurt too, which you're not.
You gave her too much time.
I got those vibes too.
Well, shit, Shelly, you should have said cut her ass off.
I did. Y'all didn't hear me?
Nah, I'm sorry. That probably was, I was talking too much because
I said she was an industry plant and cut her off.
Okay, press 4 if she was an industry plant. And I think we need to recognize these industry plants because they're going to be more and more. And I will tell you what about industry plants. I believe that certain Caucasian people are playing Africa and paying people in Russia and China to be bots, to make more drama and to be plants on the internet.
Yep, she was an industry plant. She
I
just
think
wanted
she
to
the
stir
one who did it.
She might be, but she wanted to stir up some controversy because she know damn well nobody said all white people. I clearly said we ain't talking about all white people, and she heard it. She just wanted to start some mess.
Yeah,
but
she wanted to deflect and try to make it where white people are just as victims, and that it was more so like Americans are victims, and her problem is immigrants or something else. So that's what they want their talking points to be. They want everybody to believe that, immigrants is a problem. Black and white people in America, we on the same page. We're equal, that we're all victims, okay?
Is that not the most disrespectful? Like,
well, that's the talking points that a lot of them have, and that's what they're pushing.
They
want to unite black and whites and say we're equal, you guys, and we're all victims because of these immigrants. Okay, we're together.
Now, do y'all think this was her first time listening to your show?
Nope.
How many times?
When we were talking about Diddy, I'm sure she was loving it.
Okay, and that's my point I'm about to make, because now when we start talking about this case and we start saying that the justice that they being protected and something need to happen to them, she call in quick. All this other, we was talking about Jeezy and Jenny, we was talking about Diddy, but this particular, I don't trust that.
Yeah, she probably had something to do with it.
I don't trust you, girl. You need to get your life.
She ain't got no sympathy for this man.
None.
She didn't care about this man.
Not at all.
She wanted to make a point. Oh, I go through something. Lady, you ain't seen hell yet. but you will.
Right.
Noodle head.
Can't get over being called a
Noodle
noodle.
head. You couldn't come better than noodle head. You got called noodle head. But you didn't get called black sucker, you know, this and that. Nick, you know, this
She
and that.
didn't
We
even
got
say.
called.
She didn't even say cracker. Or can I say that?
No.
Oh, oops, my bad.
Oh.
I know I was trying to watch my words, but she was a plant and she don't need to call in here because I was about to give it to her. But you was doing a good job, Rashida.
Because that was mind-boggling. She was just basically saying, no, but everybody go through it. Everybody. We're not talking about everybody, bro. You can't say you equal to, like, for real. And KFC took me out when she said, what kind of noodle? And she was like, ramen. Are you serious?
Yeah, because she was a plant. She wasn't serious. She was on here clowning like a mug. And we should have hung up on her a long time ago. She wasted time with a good caller, probably wanted to call in here.
Oh my
But y'all
goodness.
didn't hear me, but I said hang up on her because she wasting time.
Yeah, I didn't hear you, Shelly. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold Rashida back. I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
Rashida, please.
I mean, she should have gave it to her, but she could never be suffer the way black people suffer. And then we talking about this young man. That's disrespectful.
Right. Yeah. But
She
you know
said one thing.
Right. I also wanted to give the people a taste of how they really feel and how they really are. So you guys see it in today's time in 24.
Yeah, I know you was gonna give her some time to hang herself. I knew that's what you was doing.
She is just a representation of a lot of them that feel that way.
Yeah.
Right.
They
That's
always
why-
got to deflect and say, oh, but we suffer. Lady, you ain't seen suffering yet, but it's coming.
Right. I knew, like, that was the first thing that came to my mind when she started talking was, as soon as she said it, but, oh, this happened. Oh, not Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. No, all lives don't matter until Black Lives matter.
That's right. Because they wasn't the ones who getting lynched and stuff. But she had her fun for the night. She probably went back sucking on her lollipop. I did something.
She's
You
enjoying
ain't
it.
did nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, she was saying we all get stopped by the police, and you know, police. Oh, she was just, I don't know. But calling from 404, you're live on the air.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, I was just calling in because I've been listening to the conversation. And
do you have us on speaker? Do you have a? Because I want to hear you better. It's like I can't hear you good.
Let me take my iPod out.
That'd be so nice. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Much better.
Okay, I just wanted to say I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. My mother is from South Georgia and everything. And the South can be crazy. And I think a lot of our people, Black people, we don't teach our children like, you know, the do's and don'ts. And it's not that I'm saying, oh, you can't walk here, you can't do this, you got to act like that. No, these people are teaching their children racism at an early age from the time that they being potty trained. They're being taught how to be racist and how to hate us. And I don't think as Black people we teach our children that. But I'm gonna say my family, they made us.
Well, we don't. I stop you there. We don't. We taught us how to be more polite to the white people.
But
we talk to talk right to the white people. But go ahead, 404.
Well, yeah. Okay, but what I'm saying is my family taught me to be aware. Even my grandmother is still living. She's 86 years old. And she taught us about white people, how to deal with them, how to move with them and everything from a very early age. My mother, my father, everybody. And a lot of people, I be seeing Black people, they just be sitting like sitting ducks and they let their people go off with certain people. And then when they get in some mess and they be looking stupid. And I just don't understand that. Because, like, for example, who's going to go hunting? You know, that's a big thing in the South. You the only black person you go hunting with a bunch of white people. Like, come on. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just certain things that we need to be aware of. And as far as history, we need to be teaching our own children our history. We shouldn't wait for them to do it. We need to be teaching our own children our history. It's nothing for us to pick up a book or anything and teach our children. That's what we got to get back into, black people. Like, we got to know. And it's unfortunate what happened to that man. And I feel so bad for him. Because ain't no way. I don't care. I work with white people, but let me tell you, I got a third eye in the back of my head. I'm watching you. I don't trust you no further than I can throw you. So I'm just saying. It's just, you got to that's pretty much, that's all I have to say. But you all have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
Right.
Can
I say something?
Go
I
ahead.
agree with everything
real
she
quick?
said, man. Damn. Oof.
Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, this is a recent thing that's happened. I have 2 young children, and they go to a school where, like, you know, a lot of them people are. And I remember that on the YouTube, like a video popped up of, like, you know, the little girl from Blackish, the little black girl from Blackish. She played in like a scenario called All American Girl. No, it's called American Girl, and it was about the 1960s era and, like, a little black girl growing up in that era and, like, all the things that she experienced in that era, which of course was racism for our type of people. And my kids watched the video with me, and they're like 8 and 6 right now. So I just, you know, explained to them, yes, you know, these people have a history of not liking us, you know, but still do and be your best, reach for the stars. Don't let any of that hinder you in who you are and who God made you to be. And I also explained to them that it's not every white person, because I'm not trying to raise my kids to be hateful, bigots. And black people, we don't raise our kids to be hateful to people. We don't. And I think that speaks volumes, you know, in a morality type of way. And as far as, you know, white people teaching their kids to hate and having all that disgusting energy within them against anybody of any race, it just speaks volumes that there is something wrong with them.
All right.
Like,
Calling
you can't
from,
do that.
I'm sorry, calling
Oh,
from
I'm sorry.
619. You're live on the air.
Gee, you be crazy, bro.
619, are you there? Hey.
Yeah, I'm here.
Talk to me.
My name is Rome. They call me Romy Rome. So, you know, it's good to hear a lot of women discussing stuff, because I got 5 sisters older than me. So I was always raised to respect what the woman's mind is saying. And I agree with the woman who just said, that we need to teach our children about who we are. I'm not talking about Black History Month, because that's nothing. That's just about us being in America and getting tortured and, you know, raped and maimed. So we have a history of thousands of years before America, and it's basically about civilization being created by, you know, the Black woman. And so when I see stuff happen like this young man right here, you know, it happened so many times. This ain't the first and probably won't be the last. So us as a people have to realize that, you know, it's just as many wicked Black people as it is all the other races. And so the powers that be is ran by the white elites. I guess you could say white elites or Jewish or whatever. But we have to get our own ideas. We have to teach our own children. I got a 16-year-old daughter, and her 2 of her teachers, but one teacher called me and said that your daughter, Tishala, you know, she interrupted me today, and I was talking about Egypt. And I said, so well, what did she say, Mr. Henry? He said, well, she told me to tell the class, make sure the class knows that Egypt is in Africa. So why don't you say Africa? And he said, well, I said, well, she told you the truth. She didn't disrespect you because her first education is at home. It's not in your school. So she knows where she comes from as a people, because Black people was around the whole globe. So we're not just, well, Africa is a word, is a Latin and a Greek word.
Got it. Well, hold on. Before you continue with your speaking point, I do want to point out too, because we're going in a different direction. Some people.
I'm really not, Gigi. If you would hear me out.
Yeah, because I hear you talking about Africa, and everybody does not agree with that. Some people say they were never from Africa.
That's why I just said the globe. I said the whole world, the whole earth. So it's not, and like I said, that's not even a word. That's the Greek word to point us out.
Right, but that is a word that we grew up on. That's a word that we identify as a word in a country. So, but also we have to
let that go.
Well, that's your choice. You can't. I don't think you can force it on anybody else. But hold on, we're talking about this regular Louisiana white girl and these white cops in Louisiana. Has nothing to do with the Hollywood or elite or none of that bull junk that people choose to participate in. We're talking about regular citizens, not the superficial world, but regular everyday people that is being targeted by regular everyday individuals that don't like them based on their color or jealousy. This have nothing to do with the superficial world or the elites or the top. You got people that's very basic, that's not at the top, that is dealing with this. Regular people.
The last call. I understand that, but what I'm saying is that for us to always say somebody's white doing something to us, it's not going to change until we change that. I heard you guys talking about Obama, and I like Obama is controlled by somebody else, so he couldn't do nothing for Black people.
Now, hold on. Let's go back. You can't change. What are you talking about when she said what? Because I want to stay on the basics of why isn't this white girl coming forward? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me why are the white cops protecting this white girl and why is she not being arrested?
Well, because they control everything.
Who is they? Who is they?
It's just like,
who is they?
Whatever.
Well, who is the powers that be? I'm confused. I'm not here to play Casper the Ghost. Goddamn Frankenstein, Freddy Krueger. We can put a name on that white girl because she's a real person. I'm not playing this Casper the Ghost shit. Bullshit. Okay, we got the cop. He's a real person. He's a real person. So he can come forward. Give me the name of that cop. Give me the name of that mayor of that city. I'm not playing all this ghost shit. Okay? I'm gonna let you go because I refuse to play all the guessing games and Casper the Ghost and the mystery man and this bullshit rhetoric that y'all make up to pull out your ass. I want that white woman and that father cop. And
that's the same guy that called up here before Gigi and you had to hang up on him. Because he kept trying to get you to talk about something and you ain't want to talk about it. And he kept trying to get
a narrative because they have an agenda. They have an agenda. So yeah, give me the names. Give me them names. When they go find them names, give me them names because they got names. They're real people. Now 386, go ahead.
Well, I definitely don't see why Africa is being thrown into this because, like you said,
what that got to do with anything?
Right.
We're talking here in America. What happened in 2024? And you want to tell a story about Egypt and your daughter? That's your personal business. We listen, that don't got shit to do with this white woman and this white group of friends pushing off the leg.
Gigi pulled out the pow pow. You pow pow everybody.
And I be laughing, but it's so funny.
She said, "What that got to do with?"
KFC, you quiet. What's up, girl?
And I be listening.
A lot of crazy stuff.
Shelley, talk to me.
I'm still,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. We trying to show respect to this young man, and people just called up here with all kind of mess.
Because that white woman, that black man are on the same agenda. They're on that same rhetoric.
I think they're being called noodlehead. I know some people get made fun of when they're children, and they just never, like, she's carrying that or something. That was crazy.
I think she made it up. I think that was a lie.
Yeah, I think she lying as hell.
She was a plant. She was a plant to deter what we were talking about.
I know a lot when we hear it, and I think that man is a plant too. I think they all plant.
They trying to throw us off.
When you talk about these type of topics, you know, you will get all kinds of people calling that.
You know, for a while, KFC, I gatekeeped it. I gatekeep talking about race and what's real going on. But I said, F it. A couple of days, I said, I'm just going to, fuck it. Let's just talk. Go ahead now, goddammit. Shit. So this is where we're now.
Oh my goodness.
Talk about, so.
You said what?
That's good because it has to be a discussion has to be had.
Yeah, so now we need to drive this boat into more audience that can understand and appreciate our commentary. Because before we was on the opposite side, that's why you see all these people, these plants coming, because we was on their side.
Yeah, and they say, well, what does that have to do with me with slavery? Because it has nothing to do with me. And it's like, wait a minute. You still benefiting off of that. Because you got like a 250-year head start. So you can't possibly understand or walk in our shoes and understand what it feels like.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Isolated events can compare to our history. It's no comparison.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Like,
your ancestors, your upcoming, where you come from, it's impossible. We ain't the same.
Right. I don't know why they have to be reminded of that. Because they only got to the top because
that's a disrespect to you. That's pretty much saying F your flight. I go through the same stuff and I'm making it. I'm going through the same stuff and I'm okay. Stop bitching about it.
Because she was quick to say, yeah, that happened, but I'm not worried about all of that. But that's how I know you ain't been through the same thing, because whether us as Black people know it or not, we all suffer from PTSD behind this.
Danny said, if you say F, then prepared for all the smoking fooling. Y'all got my back? Because they going to come. Danny said they're going to come for me since I'm talking about.
Yeah, we good over here.
All right, press 5 if y'all got my back. Shit, let me know where y'all stand. Hey,
I'm ready for it.
Let me know.
And they mistaken what we talk about as, like, at the end of the day, we passionate about how we feel and we angry. Why are we angry?
It's not because the F, hell yeah. Why wouldn't you be passionate about it's your life, it's your livelihood,
right?
It's your ancestors. God damn it, my ancestors not able to speak. We speak for them. We speak through them. What are you talking about?
Gigi, we talking about the things that happened back then and what's still going on today. It's not like it just stopped and everything is fine now. It's still freaking happening.
That's the picture they want to paint. They want to paint. It's a pretty picture now. They want to paint over the shit. They want to put perfume over the poop and give it to you. It's a sliced cake. It smells good. Smell it. Yep. I still smell that shit.
I mean, it's messed up. Like where she was talking about how the new Jim Crow, that's why they getting rid of the DEI, that diversity.
Yeah.
they're already gone after that. So it's like,
But I think a
now they're
lot
trying to
of
make
what we
companies feel
talking
like they don't
about,
have to hire you based on your color.
yeah, a lot of what we're talking about is the same thing. They push so much stuff out of here to make a distraction, so we won't talk about these type of topics.
Right.
Everything out here is a distraction, so you won't talk about these topics. They want you to stay in the dark, talking about nonsense and bullshits and drama and carrying on. That don't mean shit.
Right. Because everything was all good when we was bashing Diddy.
And all these celebrities, hell yeah.
They don't care about that. The moment you start speaking a little truth, oh, you trying to wake people up on your show? They don't want you. They don't want nobody over here woke.
Right.
But like I said, I'm praying that they nail it to this girl, and I'm praying that they look at, because they need to look into her father too. If he trying to cover anything up, he needs to be investigated.
They said that white woman daddy is a cop. You know, as a cop, you're supposed to do right. You're supposed to be forthcoming. You're supposed to tell, you know, even if your people did do wrong. But you know, these cops don't do that. They're going to cover their own butt at any means necessary.
Yeah.
The cops are not for the people. They're for themselves and for their own benefits.
I'm just saying, I hope enough people come together where they put so much pressure on them that they're forced to hold him accountable and to do an investigation, like, because they just can't take the overwhelming phone calls, protests, rallies, like you got with cases like this, persistency is everything.
Yeah.
Right.
I made up my own word, persistency. That's my word. I said it.
Well, I enjoyed y'all. And Michael, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to you today, but we'll get to you next time. Thank you, Shelly, Rashida, KFC 386, and everybody else that called in. I'm out. All right.
Thank you, Gigi. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, chat.